Fuera, felino. No me lo puedo creer.
Was that poor Baskerville again? You'd think he'd learn not to come round here anymore.
Puedo cogerlo. ¿Y por qué lo oculta aquí? ¿Y cómo me permite esa mujer hacer esto? Porque es como si no estuviera. A ver. Correo desaparecido tenido del felino napoleónico del crimen. Ah, que era el gato. ¿Vale? Es que la máquina de escribir. Y luego acaba de decir que tenemos que buscar también. Me ha entrado un frío de repente.
Useful fellow.
Tenemos que. Ay, qué mal dije.
Like a ride to the...
Buscar
Yes,
el tesoro,
please.
pero el tesoro trae
Let's
la
be
otra
off,
isla.
then.
Ay, qué frío, weón.
I expect you've heard about our ghost, the smuggler Tom Cutter. He used to bring in his goods to the cove on Seadrift Island they now called Cutter's Cove. And he was regular at the pub on the
Las
island.
dianas, tío, las dianas tienen
That's
que ser
where he
una
met his
pista.
end, they say, hung by agents of the crown. There'll be those who say he was shot or drowned. But my old gaffer knew the story, and he swore they strung old Tom up from the hotel side.
Vamos a ver si dice algo de las dianas.
N20, E15, N19. Poirot, they could be a map. The number of paces north, east, then north again.
And their starting point?
Albert Bagby at the Monk's Hood Inn told you that Tom Cutter would spend hours on the island summit. It was his favourite spot on the island. And we found Gardner poking about up there as well. I'll bet he's come to the same conclusion I have. This is a map to Tom Cutter's treasure.
Y abajo, de abajo no dice nada.
What have we here, Hastings?
No, vale. No me... Creo que ha dicho por la parte de arriba. No sé qué parte de arriba. Por donde la pista de tenis, a lo mejor. Que no podemos entrar y luego la parte esa que es como un sitio que no hay nada.
It is an unusual...
It's to keep the clay of the court smooth. Bit of a low spot in the near ad service court.
Hay de esto, tenemos esto. Pero no podemos entrar.
Bit of a low spot in the near ad service court.
¿Cómo entro?
It is an unusual wreck for a garden, lad.
It's to keep the clay of the court smooth. And from the look of that clay, it's about time for a good rake.
Algo tengo que usar, ¿no? La pala no me deja. Es que no, lo peor es que no sé. Porque dice que hay un socavón, pero yo no sé en dónde está ese socavón, porque no sé, un choto. Tendrá que ser con la pala, ¿no?
Bit of a low...
I do not... Oh, that does not matter. You pray... I will not do... That is not said. This is neither that time. I confess that your lord... I do not think... Oh, that does not matter. I do not think...
Pero vamos a ver que hay una...
You presume that this would be the choice of Poirot?
Nada, vamos allá a la otra bifurcación, como diga.
North
Bifurcación.
20, east 19, then north 50. Let's see where we end up, shall we?
1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, 19, 20. Eh bien. Now east. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12. Hastings. 3 more steps will put me in the center of the... What did you call it?
The ad service court. Poirot, something is buried there. That's why the ground keeps settling. Dig! Dig!
Against my better judgment?
O sea que tiene que ocurrir esta escena, ¿no? Para coger.
A treasure chest.
Para pasar por la alza de Tene.
Oh, that...
¿Qué es eso? ¿Un barril?
Yes, Hastings. We've uncovered the spot where the monks, they dumped their old brandy casks. Congratulations.
I was so sure.
I suggest another visit to Monsieur Bagby, if you insist on pursuing this.
Good idea, old fellow. First you'd better finish filling in the hole and raking the tennis court.
Por cierto, hay que darle las cartas a la otra señora, se me ha olvidado. Y a la isla esta y me he para acá.
Hello? Need the sea tractor, do you? Yes, please. On me way. I've been looking after the hotel garage and driving the sea tractor for almost 5 years now. Motor cars are my passion. I keep the guests' motors clean and full of petrol. I also tend to any repairs they might need as well. Just look at that Major Barry's motor now. A 1938 Triumph Dolomite. It's a beautiful piece of British style and manufacturing. I can't think but what the war effort will take all the great designers to work on tanks and whatnot. Voila, Madame Hughes. The case of the missing post is solved.
Why, do you mean to say my dear little Chloe knocked those letters back there by accident?
That your cat pushed them there to have the room for the catnap is fact. Whether it was an accident, it is not for Poirot to say.
Oh, Mr. Poirot, how can I ever thank you?
It is my pleasure to assist you, madame. However, there is a kindness you can do Poirot in return.
What is it?
Choose wisely, Hastings. I could make good use of your testing equipment. Excellent, Hastings. You are sharpening the detective instincts.
I'm not sure. You are a detective.
Por eso.
Colonel Weston will vouch for me.
Ah, well then. Of course you can. I'm happy to be of service, I'm sure.
Merci, madame. You do that great service for Poirot.
¿Para qué estábamos aquí? Se me olvidó. Sangre, cosméticos, medicamentos, comestibles y aceite y cera. Tenemos que mirar aquí. El salvavidas de todo. Es que esto está correcto. No creo, ¿no? ¿Para qué necesitamos otro de esto? No me acuerdo. Lo peor es que no dice nada, ¿eh? No tiene ningún diálogo.
I do not think that... Oh, that does not make sense.
¿Pero qué hago?
The good detective knows. You pre...
Oh, me cabré con el juego, no
This is...
no funca, tío. La fastidio de los huevos, tío. Es que se me olvidan las cosas.
Does nothing... I will... Does nothing... I will... Your current...
Ok. Y esto...
I am sorry, mon ami, but I do not think we will... The tablets of Monsieur Lane are most certainly trying.
¡Ay! ¡Ah! Me he matado mi dedo. ¡Ah! Y esto también tengo que echar en algún tubo. ¿Sobre la botella? Ay, no me dejo. Sí, ¿y el tubo qué sería? Comestible.
The grenadine, it is composed of the juice from the pomegranate, sugar, and water.
Y... ¿esto también? ¿Se puede? No. Aquí. Supongo que ya. No tengo más nada. Pero venía sangre, ¿eh? Yo creo que... con la sangre haremos algo. Vamos a ver si ya por aquí hay alguien. Ni Peter ni el judío de Monte... Caldo. Ojo. No puedo pasar por ahí. No solo puedo entrar ahí. No digo nada y lo digo todo, ¿eh? Pero este hombre tiene una máquina de escribir y yo tengo que terminar la misión de escribir.
Hello, Poirot. Enjoying your holidays?
I will let you be the judge of that, my friend. I have several things to discuss with you.
Carry on.
Mrs. Marshall has been receiving threatening messages.
The devil, you say? From whom?
That is yet unclear. I would like to compare them to the type on your machine.
You think I've been sending them?
I must try every possibility, my friend, however remote.
Be my guest.
Espérate, que me estoy quemando la uña que he notado que tenía ahí la uña muerta. O lo poco que le queda de ella. Ya por arriba. Ay, que me salgo. en la máquina.
There you see, Hastings, the E, the M, and the H.
Puede que no haya sido
This is the
él. Puede que haya
typewriter
sido alguien
used
que
to
haya entrado a
write
su
the
despacho
threatening notes beyond
y la haya
any
usado la
doubt.
máquina.
There is no
O
doubt.
puede que se haya sido él.
The notes were typed on this machine.
But that's impossible.
No one visits you here?
Well, of course. Many people do. In addition to my regular police duties, there's the home guard, the evacuation. Hang on.
You have thought of something?
I'd hate for it to be true. That girl at the hotel. She popped in with all sorts of questions about the evacuation. I think she wanted to be told the hotel was being closed. I expect the order any day now, by the way.
No habrá sido esta.
Was it Christine Redfern?
Ah, the wife of that young man who's been chasing after Mrs. Marshall. That black fellow was in the monk's head gossiping about the situation last night. Mrs. Redfern might have reason to, but no, it wasn't her.
Was it Rosamund Darnley?
I'd hardly call her a girl, Poirot. No, of course not.
¿La niña?
Hastings, Poirot would not make such a foolish deduction. Was it Gladys Narracott?
The maid? No.
La niña.
Sending threatening notes to a guest would get her sacked at once.
Was it Linda Marshall?
Yes, as a matter of fact it was. Bit nasty that. Writing threatening messages to her own stepmother.
Hija de
Very
su madre, la
nasty
niña, ¿no?
indeed. Especially since she apparently also stole Mademoiselle Darnley's typewriter and hid it in Christine Redfern's room to incriminate her. At last you arrive. Hastings, by this point, your deductions should be far better.
Sí, parece que había más preguntas.
Is Mrs. Castle a member of the Home Guard?
Yes, she volunteered, although she hasn't been of much use.
Why do you say that?
The sightings of U-boats don't match what my other watchers are reporting. I'm not sure she's truly watching at all.
I am afraid it is worse than that. She has a German radio, a code book, and a signal lantern in her safe.
Good God, a fifth columnist here in Leathercombe Bay. I'll have her arrested immediately.
Please do not as yet. If you watch her, she may lead you to her associates.
Ah, you're right. I'll have her followed if she leaves the island.
Excellent! What can you tell me of Alice Corrigan's murder case?
Nasty bit of work. Her husband had a motive, but an unbreakable alibi as well. Not my district, but I have some notes at my office.
Could you obtain for me the summary of the report?
I'll have it sent over from Kingsbridge this afternoon.
Did the report on the Millie Parsons case arrive?
Yes, here it is. I was in London through most of it, in Home Guard and evacuation meetings. I hope to have a look at it again once things quiet down. If they quiet down, that is.
Ah, merci. I will read as I make my notes. Hastings, look over these notes of the alibi of the teacher Gideon Fell. Tell me what you see.
Víctima Millie Parsons, de 15 años de edad, estudiante en la escuela para jovencitas de la señora Porte, cuya desaparición fue denunciada por la directora. La señorita Eugenia Porte a las 10 y punto, viernes 12 de abril 1940. La víctima asistía a una clase de ballet clásico en el conservatorio de North Britza de 8 p.m. a 9 menos cuarto. Así interrogada Emily Briste, profesora de ballet clásico en la escuela, informó que la chica partió hacia la escuela como de costumbre después de clase, una camita de unos 15 minutos. La señorita, que no sabe el nombre, el apellido. Briste se ofreció voluntaria inmediatamente para unirse a la búsqueda de la chica desaparecida. El cadáver de Emily Parsons se descubrió en Oste, Corse, a las 12 a.m. el 13 de abril de 1940. Hostia. Pasó un día. Autopsia realizada a las 9 a.m. de 13 de abril. ¿Cómo? Fue descubierta a las 12 a.m. y la autopsia realizada a las 9 del mismo día. Bueno, Caso de la muerte y estrangulación manual. Tiempo de la muerte entre 8 p.m. y 9 p.m. El 12 de abril de 1940. Visita de la granja circundante. No aportaba ningún testigo. Personal de la escuela interrogado. El profesor de antropología de Guido Frey mostró un alto grado de ansiedad durante el interrogatorio inicial. Frey declaró haber cerrado en delío en brisas desde las 7 p.m. a las 7:40 p.m. Desde abril, Psico lo confirma, desde las 8 p.m. a las 10 p.m. fue solo a un cine cercano al restaurante de una película de terror, La maldición de la isla. Vio un trozo de la entrada de posición de fe para el pase de las 8 p.m. y se proporcionó una descripción detallada del argumento. Se volvió a la escuela a pie a las 11, una caminata de aproximadamente una hora. Estaba hablando con la señora Porter cuando recibió la noticia del hallazgo del cuerpo de la chica. Con la inquietud de fe se interrogado resultaba sospechosa. Su coartada es bastante convincente. La investigación sigue su curso. La bestia. A ver, andó un largo camino de vuelta a la escuela. Algo sobre la película. Pero solo estuvo durante 2 horas. ¿A qué hora la película? A ver, eran del lío. 8, 9, 10, 2 horas. Estoy mirando la hora, no por otra cosa.
He walked a long way back to the school.
I thought the same. But if he had taken the bus, the driver would be a witness. He could not risk that.
Something about the film? Fell was alone there for 2 hours.
What is the most important fact concerning that film and Fell's alibi?
La maldición de la isla, el título.
The title.
Curse of the Islands? And why is it significant?
No? Linda Marshall told us Fell took her and some friends to see it.
And this tells you?
He knew the story already.
And the theater ticket he had in his possession for the 12th of April?
He bought the ticket, but he never went in.
You have it, my friend. Well done.